Alex Belfield prepares to be ousted from YouTube as we see Sky News Australia banned for a week. So why have Sky News Australia been banned for a week? One of their major presenters, a guy called Alan Jones, absolutely superb, very funny, very interesting. He goes straight for the throat. Where he did an 8-minute video on how he saw the Australian government's handling of the pandemic in comparison to the British government. So if you look at the infection rates and compare them with Australia to Britain, when Boris Johnson lifted most of the restrictions here in the UK, our infection rates were being reported to be nearly double that of Australia. And yet Australia have gone the other way. So Alan Jones believes this is the Australian government's basically promotion of fear, and was very, very, very animated about it. So Sky News Australia have lost their channel for a week. Now, Alex Belfield did a video on this as well, how he expects to be ousted at some point in the very near future from YouTube. And this is very, very worrying. If you look at how well Alex has done it just in the last year or so alone, I think he went from 60,000 subscribers to 326,000 subscribers today, and that's phenomenal work. He's done absolutely brilliant, and I'm really, really jealous of his talent. He's articulate, he's funny, very, very well researched, but he expects to lose his channel, and again, I mean, this is very, very worrying. If you look at what's happened to Sky News Australia now, and then you compare that with what happened to Talk Radio around a couple of months ago, they lost their channel, but due to pressure from politicians and other major celebrities, Talk Radio managed to get its channel back. But it is very, very worrying that all of the social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, they only seem to be censoring centre right-wing figures. Now, all they're going to end up with is far left-wing echo chambers. And anyone that understands the left know that once they've consumed their prey, they turn on each other. So I can't see how this is sustainable. For me, I think Alex Belfield is absolutely fantastic, and I subscribe to him happily. And you know, he's really interesting. He's really funny. But I like Sky News Australia too, and I like Talk Radio. I don't like all of their presenters, but it's not an echo chamber for me. I listen to the ones I like listening to. GB News, I think, are doing really well at the moment. They had a few wobbles. They've not been going long. But how long before they all lose their YouTube channels? Is there going to be some kind of a pushback? You know, if you look at universities and free speech in universities, there's legislation. They need to make it. They need to create legislation to make it law so that your voice can be heard in a university where you're supposed to be taught critical thinking, not how to think, which is where we are at the moment. So the fact that we've got to create legislation, I mean, this is for me. I was happy when I heard about it, but the more I thought about it, I thought, wow, is that where we are? We've got to make it law that your voice counts. But anyway, it is what it is. So, you know, I do hope that YouTube sees sense and that they stop culling, and they don't get rid of Alex, and they don't get rid of Sky News Australia, and they don't get rid of GB News, and they don't get rid of Talk Radio, because YouTube, I absolutely love YouTube. I love the way that they work. I love the way how easy it is to build your own channel. But I am very, very concerned with the censorship that we're all seeing.